What if I told you that there were simple changes that you could make to your business's online presence that could send your Google rankings skyrocketing?
Holy skyrocket!
And we're not talking about some mind-bending, top-secret SEO strategy that only your tech-savvy cousin can figure out. I'm talking about stuff you can actually do today. Real, tangible results.
Stick around because we're going to dive into some game-changing tips that could totally transform how your business ranks online.
Yeah.
We've worked with tons of clients.
That's a lot.
And in one case, a ranking drop had us digging into the details. And what we found was, frankly, shocking.
Just fixing a few little mistakes, and we turned everything around. From title tags, to reviews, to menu adjustments. This stuff sounds boring, but it's actually a gold mine.
And today, we're going to be breaking down exactly what we did to get those rankings back up, and what you can do today to stay ahead of the competition. Let's dive into something that's been affecting a lot of businesses. Drum roll, please. Reviews. We worked with a client recently that saw a major drop in rankings after a Google algorithm update.
At first, we thought it could be a number of things, but then we noticed something interesting.
The reviews had been steady until suddenly they flatlined. And that made us wonder, is it possible that review recency could be impacting their rankings? Crazy idea, I know. Hear me out. We actually reached out to the client to see what had happened. It turns out that they had stopped rewarding their staff for bringing in new reviews.
I don't know what I expected.
Yep. They used to have a weekly lottery where any staff member who was mentioned in a Google review got entered to win a prize of anywhere from $5 to $50.
And when they stopped doing that, well, the reviews stopped and the rankings dropped.
So we told them to bring back the reward system, and surprise, reviews started coming in again.
And here's what happens. Just like that, their rankings started to improve again, just like we told them it would. It's almost like we know what we're doing.
So if you're seeing your reviews flatline, it may be time to revisit that strategy and come up with a better way to get more reviews, like an employee contest.
But how do you know how many reviews you need to keep up with the competition? Well, the answer depends on your competition.
For example, let's say you're ranking in the 4th position, but the businesses in the top 3 are getting 2 times the review volume that you are getting on a regular basis. You've got work to do.
In this example, let's say this dentist wants to be in the 3-pack. Well, he's getting 5 reviews per month, whereas the top 5 dentists are almost getting 12 per month. Huge gap. You can crunch these numbers by manually looking at your competitors and sorting them by newest, so you can see how many new reviews they're getting each month. Or we've got a better option for you.
We recently built a tool to make this easier to track. It shows you exactly what we've shared here. The number of reviews your competitors are getting per month versus yourself. And we're giving you free access to this tool for the first 48 hours after this video goes live. So no need to sell your firstborn child to pay for this one.
Really?
Really?
Just leave a comment with your business name and address, and we'll pull a free report for the first 50 people.
It'll highlight where you stand in relation to your competitors. Now, while reviews are important, there's something else that can dramatically improve engagement on your website. Let's move on to this simple but yet very powerful strategy that has worked really well for my agency. You won't want to miss this.
Now, let's talk about something that we have found to be incredibly effective at driving engagement. Pop-ups. Yes, those little boxes that everyone loves to hate.
Guys, I know pop-ups are stupid annoying, but here's the thing. Data really doesn't care about my opinion or yours either. And while I hate this tactic a lot, it is one of the biggest drivers of registrations on our website. So if you're in the pop-ups are the worst crowd, sorry, the data doesn't lie.
Yeah, we've got a pop-up on the Sterling Sky website that prompts people to join our free webinars on YouTube. And it's been a game changer for getting new signups. Who knew that being annoying actually works?
That's crazy.
It might sound counterintuitive, but the pop-up works because it is something we're offering free that's valuable. So if you have something like a lead magnet or a free resource on your website, I strongly recommend trying a pop-up to see if it results in more signups.
Exactly. It's all about timing it right and offering value. And when we tested this, we saw a huge increase in signups. Our pop-up is one of the largest drivers of registrations on our whole website. So apparently, everyone loves free stuff, even if it comes at the expense of some intrusive pop-up.
So if you're not already using a pop-up to drive engagement, this could really be a simple change that can lead to some pretty awesome results. Now that you know how to grab your visitors' attention, let's dive into another really simple tactic that can really improve your traffic. It takes a few minutes, but the impact can be massive.
Let me tell you about a quick win that can seriously impact your traffic. You ready for this? It's kind of crazy. Altering your title tag.
Title tags are like a secret weapon when it comes to SEO. They not only help with your rankings, but they can also make your page more clickable in the search results.
I'm going to tell you a story about how a 5-minute exercise, just changing a title tag, boosted traffic to one of our clients' pages by 54%.
So here's what happened. Our client had a page on his website about the top counties in their state for drunk driving fatalities. Their title was as follows. It started with the word study in brackets, and then the 10 state counties with the highest drunk driving fatality.
But when we checked Google, we saw that the top ranking page had one small tweak. A word at the end of the title. Instead of study, they used 2025 report. Because clearly, using 2025 report gives it that extra oomph.
So I decided to do something similar with our client. I removed the word study from the front of the title tag. And guess what happened? The click-through rate went up and traffic increased by a whopping 54%. That was literally the only thing we changed.
This just goes to show you how small tweaks can have big impacts on your website. So don't be too proud to make these small changes. Sometimes the tiniest fix is all it takes to make it so that your website is way more visible.
Now that we've improved your titles, let's talk about something else simple that can immediately boost your traffic and your conversion.
Let's talk about something that is super simple, but often overlooked. Your website's navigation menu.
A lot of businesses have very busy menus. This can be confusing to both Google and users. So we tested the idea of consolidating or minimizing the pages that we put in these menus. Our theory was that this would result in more traffic to the pages that mattered.
And here's the answer. Well, yes, it does. Surprise.
I am surprised.
Think about your menu as a way of telling Google what pages matter the most. If Google sees your site as being worth $100, let's say, and you have 10 pages linked in your menu, well, that $100 gets split between 10 pages. So now each one is worth $10. It sounds like high school math, but this is the most simple way to think about this.
But what happens if you consolidate and only keep, say, the top 5 pages? Now each of those pages is worth $20?
Exactly. Fewer pages means more focus on the ones that actually drive the leads.
We tested this on a law firm client and the results were crazy impressive. By consolidating their menu, we saw a 40% increase in traffic to the pages that we kept in the navigation menu.
And for another client, their traffic went up by 89%.
Wow.
But here's the kicker. Because we focused on the pages that actually convert, they saw a 25% increase in conversion. It's like focusing on what works actually produces results. Who would have thought?
Now that you've cleaned up your navigation, let's talk about something that's going to help take your business to the next level. You'd be amazed the impact that this next thing can have on both your revenue and your rankings.
We recently interviewed Tommy Mello, the founder of A1 Garage Doors, a $220 million home services empire. Yes, that Tommy Mello.
And Tommy's advice? He said if your business isn't available 24/7, you're losing money. Shocking, I know. It's almost like customers want you to be there when they need you.
If it doesn't say 24/7, then you're losing your butt. If it says 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you're not taking business very seriously. You're losing about 30% of the business. And the best clients I've ever had, they call after hours or on weekends.
Why this is also crucial is that Google will actually rank a business higher when they're actually open. For example, check out how this lawyer ranked when they were closed versus 2 hours later when they were open. You can see a clear difference in the ranking right here.
It's a really simple thing, but so many businesses miss it.
So, how do you take advantage of this? It's very simple. Make sure you have a 24/7 call answering service in place, and then set your hours to 24/7.
If you don't already have one of these yet, check out Specialty Answering Service. The link is below in the description. They offer a 2-week free trial so you can try it out without any commitment.
So there you have it. Simple, actionable strategies that can actually move the needle for your business. From optimizing your title tags to making sure your reviews stay fresh, or even adjusting your business hours to be open 24/7.
We've shown you some powerful tips today. It's all about staying consistent and adjusting what moves the needle. No shortcuts.
If you found these hacks helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more strategies that'll keep you ahead of your competition.
And of course, drop a comment below with any questions you have. I would love to know if you've tried any of these tips yourself.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Or not, we'll still be here doing the work whether you show up or not.